call this meeting to order. Everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Moment of silence before. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
(13) present, with members Rosenbaum, Phelan, Groves Allison, Alsasser, and Bryant absent.
Next, we're at the approval of the minutes. Is there a motion for the minutes? Member Salzer, second by Member Daly. Any comments, corrections? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
(13 ayes). Next would be proclamations and presentations.
So before proclamations, we are going to share a couple of videos of the wonderful celebration that took place down at the courthouse on Saturday.
Shall be known as Peoria County Bicentennial Park. Right in the dark, you know the motto. Focus on today, there's no tomorrow. Some beaming on me, I need to borrow. In the J, I feel some blessings on the way, yeah. I don't go back and forth from what I'm worth. Dreaming underground until I'm gleaming through the dirt. Scheming and I'm coming for the end tag in this verse. They ain't nothing but a handbag in this purse. See me shining, I'm all coming through and I'm kicking up. I'm wide awake. I can't get enough anymore.
Which, again, I would like to thank here publicly, even at this meeting, Member Renault and Member Groves Allison for their leadership representing the board for that committee. Gretchen, her team, and staff for the tireless hours that they put into it, and all the Peoria County employees that volunteered their time on a Saturday to represent us and put time and talent into this event. To the members that all showed up to volunteer their time as well. to the wonderful partners that we had that actually bought the bison to celebrate it. Nothing but positive feedback for that free event in downtown Peoria, which was considerable amount of people saying how wonderful it was to be to downtown. The weather was beautiful, the music and having events, and it was just an all-around great gathering. So appreciate Member Renault and Allison, Gretchen, and the team for their vision becoming reality. So kudos and a little round of applause for that. Member Renault, would you like to add anything?
No, you're right though. Gretchen and her team definitely led the charge. We gave them a lot of ideas, threw at them. Some of the ideas stuck, and they ran with it. So we appreciate everything that Gretchen and Tim and the intern Emily did, because it was a heavy lift. So we appreciate that.
Thank you. Next, that would be a proclamation recognizing the Peoria City County Citizens Leadership Academy graduates. Tim?
What a great looking group of people. Whereas the Civic Leadership Academy is an initiative by Peoria County and the City of Peoria to educate and involve the community in local governance and offer an in-depth understanding of the services offered by both entities. And it is a unique opportunity for residents to experience local government in a hands-on environment that allows engagement with elected and appointed officials who generously volunteer their time to present the sessions within the settings of their respective facilities. And the participants had the privilege of visiting Peoria County Health and Human Services, Sheriff's Office and Jail, Coroner's Office, Animal Protection Services Facility, Peoria City Hall, the City of Peoria Fire Department, Peoria Police Department, Peoria Public Works, and the Emergency Communications Center. And we acknowledge that Civic Leadership Academy participants take their own personal time to expand upon their understanding of government and are well deserving of their graduation after attending these sessions around the community, henceforth being honored tonight as the civil leaders they are. Now, therefore, I, James C. Dillon, Chairman of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby recognize and congratulate the Peoria City County Citizens Leadership Academy graduates for their participation in this community program.
Thank you very much. This was actually my first time doing Civic Leadership Academy, and we had a fantastic group this year. I just wanted to give them the mic for a second to let them introduce themselves.
I am Darren Funk with America's Coast Guard Families.
Brittany Guest, resident of the city and a local nurse.
Alicia Hightower, again, resident of the city.
Rinley Fuller, and I am on the board of Peoria Proud as our VP of Business.
River Russell, and I'm also on the board with Peoria Proud.
Carla Wilkinson, I work at Peoria Public Library.
Monica Smothers, I'm a resident of Peoria, and I think we did a fantastic job for the first time.
Samuel Squire, I'm a design engineer at Performance Pattern and Machine here in Peoria, but I actually live in Lincoln, so I'm kind of a guest. So I'm very honored and privileged.
My name is Andrew Edwards, and I am a resident here in Peoria, and I appreciate everything that you've done for us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Greer. I don't have much more to add.
Next, a proclamation congratulating Shermans for their upcoming 50th anniversary. Come on. That's fine.
Well, I have to tell you, this is going to show my age. So my family in the, I'd say early 80s, went to Sherman's to the store on Sheridan and bought our very first microwave. We were probably the first microwave on the block. And I can't tell you how much trouble my sister and I got into trying to put things into the microwave that probably weren't supposed to go in the microwave. So, sure. Well, it's a pleasure to present this proclamation to you. Whereas Sherman's provides extraordinary product and service for Central Illinois through their hard work and dedication to the community, and Sharon Sherman started a part-time venture selling clocks and gifts in 1976 and has created since and maintained a thriving business with 4 locations and over 190 employees. And during this tenure in the Peoria community, Sherman's has expanded exponentially, with 2 of the previous warehouses having been converted into furniture galleries and an ever-growing appliance section. And despite the threat of the big box stores, Sherman's has remained a staple in the greater Peoria community, providing countless families high-quality options for every room of their house or office. And Peoria County is grateful to have such a strong local business as Sherman's and look forward to its continued success in the future. Now, therefore, I, James C. Dillon, Chairperson of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby congratulate Sherman's for their upcoming 50th anniversary and thank them for their dedicated service to the residents of Peoria County. Proclaimed this 9th day of October 2025, James C. Dillon, Peoria County Board Chairperson, and Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk.
Thank you. I was a 9-year-old kid when my mom started selling those microwaves off that place on Bridge Road. So it was a real honor to get to watch her grow it, see my dad leave his job at Silco as lineman, and join her and grow that thing. It was great. Fast forward to today. My nephew David Weiss is here with me today. David and I purchased the company from the rest of our family this year with the express intent of making sure that this is a successful venture for the 3rd generation going forward, so we can continue serving our customers, our employees, the community. So this means a lot to be recognized like this, so thank you all very much.
Next, a proclamation recognizing and congratulating Northwoods Community Church for 35 years of service. Steve, Pastor.
So today I get the pleasure of presenting to the founding pastor of Northwoods Church, Kel Rickner, who normally preaches to me, so I'll try not preaching to him. But really glad to have them in the community, supporting the community. So we'll go through the proclamation. Whereas founded in 1990 by a dedicated group from Grace Evangelical Mennonite Church in Morton, Illinois, Northwoods Community Church has grown quickly into a beacon of faith and community service in the Peoria area. Whereas in its early years, Northwoods established the mission to make fully devoted followers of Christ out of unchurched people in Peoria area, supported by the development of ministries for men, women, children of all ages, which fostered community and spiritual growth. And whereas Northwoods has continually expanded throughout its tenure, moving into its current location of North Allen Road in 1997, marking a significant milestone with record attendance. Whereas guided by their mission, inviting broken world people to experience complete freedom in Jesus Christ. Northwoods is committed to making fully devoted followers of Christ with their core values driving everything they do. Whereas the church has many impactful community partnerships with organizations such as Dream Center Peoria, Adult and Teen Challenge, Midwest Food Bank, and Southside Mission, spreading messages of hope and faith. Whereas a vision to plant 3,000 churches globally and 20 churches domestically by 2030, Northwoods continues to expand its reach, inviting people to experience complete freedom in Jesus Christ. Now, therefore, I, James C. Dillon, Chairperson of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the Peoria County Board, do hereby recognize and congratulate Northwoods Community Church for 35 years of unwavering service to the citizens of Peoria County. Proclaimed this 9th day of October of 2025, James C. Dillon, Peoria County Chairperson, Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk. Congratulations. And we'll let Mr. Rickner, Pastor Rickner, give a message, but they said it had to be 3 minutes because we know Pastor Rickner.
Thank you so much. Seems like yesterday I was just turned 31 with red hair, beautiful wife, and 2 little kids in tow. We came across the river for the first time, not knowing what the future held. The little 2-year-old trailing me in those days is now the senior pastor at Northwoods Community Church, taking it on into the future. I'm grateful to the Lord Jesus Christ for calling me, for his hand upon me, and for the incredible things that we have seen. At least 20,000 people that can testify to the change that Jesus Christ can make in their life. I want to leave you with a little story that you maybe laugh at tonight. It takes about a minute to share it. Some of you know the name Bear Bryant if you grew up watching college football, one of the greatest coaches ever for the Alabama Crimson Tide, right? And you had to play good football. Well, in this particular case, they hadn't played up to their standard. They were still winning 6-0, but should have blown this team out. Bears frustrated, said, take a knee, get us out of this game. You know, they've got the ball, time's running out. And the quarterback surprised everybody by saying, hey, we were supposed to win by more than this. Let's just grab another touchdown. So takes the hike instead of taking the knee. He throws the pass. And the worst thing that could happen did happen. The speed champion of the conference intercepted the ball. He's got 80 yards between him and the goal line. Quarterback was known for a strong arm but slow feet. Thought he'd better do something to try and save this game, and sure enough was able to ankle him off at about the 2-yard line. Gun goes off, game's over. We saved the day. The 2 coaches met at the middle of the field afterwards, and the opposing coach said, you have to explain something to me. How did your quarterback catch the speed champion of the conference? And Bear Bryant said, I love this. He said, well, you need to understand something. Your man was running for 6 points. My man was running for his life. And I use that to say the touchdowns and the 6 points in life are all great. We all want to win. My job has been to remind people that after it's all said and done, we're running for our lives. There's an eternal life up ahead that we can have through the Lord Jesus Christ. It's been my privilege to share that message in the Peoria area now for 35 years. And not retired, I'm just a free agent, so I'm glad I can go around and continue to share. But God bless you. It's been a privilege to have planted my life in this community. Thank you so much.
Next, a proclamation recognizing October 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Whereas domestic violence is a serious and pervasive crime affecting communities in the United States every day, with most cases never being reported, and domestic violence can have lifelong emotional, mental, social, spiritual, and physical consequences as it harms the core of the human spirit. And effective domestic violence prevention programs succeed because of partnerships created amongst families, social service agencies, schools, religious groups, civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, the justice system, public health officials, the business community, and everyday individuals. And the 10th Judicial Circuit Family Violence Coordinating Council is working to provide a coordinated response to family violence in our area and improve administration of justice. And we call upon all Peoria County residents to speak out against domestic violence, actively support survivors of violence, and hold abusers accountable for their actions. Now therefore, James C. Dillon, Chairperson of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the Peoria County Board, to hereby recognize October of 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Peoria County, Illinois, and call this observance to the attention of all. Proclaimed this 9th day of October, 2025, James C. Dillon and Rachel Parker.
Hi, my name is Mary Taylor, and I'm the coordinator for the Family Violence Coordinating Council here in the 10th Circuit. I would just like to say thank you to the county board for this proclamation and for all the work that you do and support us in our work. These are just a few of the agencies that we collaborate with here, and these people work tirelessly to support those families who are impacted by domestic violence in some fashion. So I'd like for them to introduce themselves. And again, thank you very much.
Shelby Salzman Edwards.
She works in our Family Justice Center. She's a victim advocate. My name is Jacob Gammons. I'm an assistant state's attorney here at the Peoria County State's Attorney's Office, and I work in the Domestic Violence Division, prosecuting misdemeanor and felony domestic violence cases.
Christina Chavez, new detective with the City of Peoria Police Department within the Major Crimes Unit, and I'm the sole domestic violence investigator.
And the best one, I might add. I'm Ann Langenstein. I am the director of the Family Justice Center.
I'm Kristen Mueller. I'm the Chief Financial Officer at the Center for Prevention of Abuse.
And my name's Julie Boland. I'm Director of Sexual Assault and Advocacy Services, also at the Center for Prevention of Abuse. And I have the pleasure of overseeing the Order of Protection offices in the 3 counties of Peoria, Chaslow, and Woodford, and our 24-hour medical advocacy response to local emergency departments for treatment of domestic violence and sexual assault.
Next, a proclamation recognizing Cartville as a successful adventure park. Mike and the Bakers. So it's my pleasure tonight to read a proclamation for a little bit of a passing of a torch for a Peoria institution, which I feel anybody that's grown up in Peoria, just like you've been to Sherman's to shop, you have probably been to Cartville, that has been providing safe, fun entertainment for generations, for young kids, not even just entertainment, but jobs for kids that have summer jobs. So when I heard it was for sale, it was sold, Mike reached out and met with us, and we thought it would be a great way to honor the Baker family's legacy and David Baker specifically, and then introduce Mike to the community that is going to continue this adventure for the community. So with that, I'll read the proclamation. Whereas Cartville is a one-of-a-kind business that has served Peoria County for the past 62 years, and whereas the business features go-kart rides, dune buggies, bumper boats, mini golf, batting cages, and a snack stand, and whereas Cartville has hosted thousands of families, friends, church groups, school events, teams, and employee appreciation days across Peoria County. Whereas Cartville decades of success are the result of significant personnel, dedication, and hard work and the business has provided hundreds of jobs to community members over the years. And whereas the business was founded by Al Baker and Jess Bueller in 1963 and has been owned and operated by David Baker since 1988. And whereas Cartville was recently purchased by Mike and Karina Hinton, who also have ties to Peoria County. Now, therefore, I, James C. Dillon, Chairperson of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the Peoria County Board, do hereby recognize Cartville as a successful adventure park in Peoria County under the leadership of Mike and Karina Hinton, and we applaud David Baker for his years of dedication and wish him luck on his new adventure. So one last thing is when we were having some road construction on Swords, David reached out and we drove around and went through there. And I was giving him a hard time tonight about when I met with Mike, who has the number now. Because if you've ever with David, that was the Cartville's direct line was his cell phone. So it was always the entire ride we were going around. It was Cartville, yes, we're open. So now Mike gets the pleasure of the cell phone that is constantly ringing. So I thought that was a funny story and just shows how hard both of the Mr. Baker's worked and how hard Mr. Hinton's going to work. So with that, you guys can
Hey, thanks. I really appreciate the recognition there. I'd like to thank the county and all the people in the community that supported Cartville over the years. I'd like to thank my family for all the help they have and the sacrifices they've made, and also all the employees of Cartville over the years. I'd like to take time to introduce you guys to Mike here. He's the new owner. I'm sure him and his wife, Karina, is going to do a great job.
I just wanted to say thank you for David for all his help in working with me in this transition. We look forward to continuing the work that David has done for years and building on what he's put in place. So we're excited. We look forward to continuing to provide affordable, family-friendly fun in the area. So thank you, David.
Next, a proclamation recognizing Christina Glover for her creative contributions of Starry Night.
Hello? Okay. Whereas Peoria County was officially established on January 13th, 1825, and in 2025 has marked its bicentennial with a year-long celebration, and a centerpiece of that celebration is Bison Trek, in which 40 art-designed fiberglass bison sculptures were installed across the county, symbolizing community pride, creativity, and unity. And Christina Glover created a bison sculpture designed through the Mini Bison contest and fired up in Peoria Heights. And Glover's design, inspired by Vincent van Gogh's famous 1889 oil painting Starry Night, was selected as the winner of the contest. And the design was replicated onto a large-scale bison sculpture by artist Macon Corey and unveiled at the community at the Peoria County Bicentennial Block Party this last Saturday, October 4th, 2025. The bison is named Vinny in honor of Vincent van Gogh and will be displayed for all to see and behold near the Harold Fritz Veterans Assistance Commission of Peoria County, which is where Christina works. Therefore, now I, James C. Dillon, Chairperson of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby recognize Christina Glover for her creative contributions to the celebration of Peoria County's 200th anniversary. Proclaimed this 9th day of October 2025, James C. Dillon, Chairperson of the Peoria County Board, and Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk. And I also have Vinny's official sticker.
I just wanted to say thank you. It was honestly a really big shock when I found out. And I really want to thank my husband. He's an artist, and he really pushes me to do all the arts. So, yeah, like anything I want to do, he's like, okay, and backs me up. So I just want to say thank you.
Next would be citizens' remarks.
None turned in.
Moving on to the consent agenda.
Is there a motion to put this on the floor? Member Duncan, Member Rulon. Would anybody like anything taken off? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Member Rulon, have you voted? Member Sulzer?
Finally got it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
13 ayes. Next we'd be at zoning case. Zoning case ZBA 2025-004, petition of Philip Mollick, a special use as required in section 20-5.2.2.1.A.1 of the Unified Development Ordinance. This section allows for a special use when a proposed land split does not meet the 25-acre minimum lot size, nor the one dwelling unit per 25 contiguous acres density requirements in the A2 agricultural zoning district. The petitioner proposes to divide 5.25 acres from an existing 12.5 acre tract.
Moved by Member Rulon, second by Member Windisch. Questions or comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Thirteen ayes. Item 9.2 is an assignment of tax sale certificate of purchase.
Moved by Member Duncan, second by Member Blair. Questions, comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Thirteen ayes, 0 nays. Miscellaneous and announcements.
We will start on Member Salzer's.
What's that?
We're at miscellaneous and announcements.
Okay, well,
Start with you.
I too want to thank our committee for the excellent job that they did for the 200th anniversary of our county. And, you know, I once in a while had some experience in putting on some big events. And when it's all over, that's when you're most satisfied. And you people should be very satisfied for the hard work that you exerted for this event.
Member Williams.
Scott, could you do me a favor and when you send out your information this week, could you send out the comprehensive land use plan survey to all board members so they can get it out on their social media accounts?
Yep. Happy to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Told you we'll get you to there by 7.
Just in addition to everybody that you thanked at the beginning of the the meeting. I just want to give a huge shout out to CORE and everybody, all the people who worked out on the Courthouse Plaza or Bicentennial Park. I think everybody was sweating a little bit earlier that week, and even the difference from Friday morning to Friday afternoon was huge. And I know it's not done, but they got it definitely to a place that we could use the area, and it looked very nice. So I want to thank everybody who was involved with that, and Kyle for keeping up on everything.
Member Blair.
I had the great pleasure of giving a tour to the Abraham Lincoln impersonator of all the bison, and that is something I never would have done had I not moved to Illinois. So that was wonderful.
I'd just like to give a happy birthday to member Sharon Williams, and I don't know what her age is. She would not tell me.
61.
I'm a huge fan of the Civic Leadership Academy. The folks that came tonight, I hope there's a few of you stragglers still here. And it's even more so my hope that there is a future city or county employee in that group, or better yet, a council member or a board member. So thanks to all those participants. It's a wonderful program, and it's really appreciated. And the fact that some of you stuck around tells me you really do want to learn about what's going on in Peoria County.
Member McKeon.
I want to say happy birthday to Sharon. I didn't know it was your birthday, and mine was yesterday. So, and
Sharon wants to know how old you are.
Yeah, we're the same age.
Administrator.
Two things, Mr. Chairman. Gretchen asked me to let everyone know that there's bicentennial merch for sale in 402 if anyone's interested. And then if you were able to you were on the email earlier in the week, or last week rather, about the upcoming Grayson Massey trial. Week 2 of that trial is going to be the same week that we have committee meetings, which are budget committee meetings. We'll put out further communications to you, but access to the courthouse is going to be limited, and there will be new specific security protocols in place for those 2 weeks. We'll communicate those out to you well in advance, but just want to make sure you're all aware of that. And if any of you do have questions about the budget, or you want to sit down and meet and talk about the recommended budget, both CFO McCord and I are happy to do that for you. Thanks.
Just to piggyback on what Board Member Rulin, I did go through that academy, and it was an eye-opener before I got on the county board. So I did learn a lot. So you're right. It's a good thing to participate in. But secondly, I want to invite all of you next Tuesday to my office. We're having a chili cook-off as the kickoff for United Way. So I'm just inviting you all. It's from 11:30 to 1:30, and you're welcome to come.
Get an announcement. I thought that member Elsasser would be here and certainly beat me to the punch, but our little town of Princeville, I hopefully saw Tim's email and maybe have seen on the socials and morning shows and all of that, but little Princeville has made it to the top 25 of the T-Mobile Friday Night Lights competition. So 2,500 schools received $5,000. Then we made it to 250 schools that got $25,000, and now we are one of 25 schools in the entire country, only one in Illinois, that's in the running for $1 million. And obviously a tiny school with 200 kids, that makes a huge, I mean, that would be just a game changer. So the problem with being so tiny is we're not getting as many votes as these other giant schools around the country. You can vote every single day. I have 3 email addresses, so I vote 3 times a day. And you can too. It just has to be a valid email address. So we have lots of other little competitions, and the whole town is decked out in hot pink lights and all sorts of things. We have a bright pink tractor. You should come see it. But anyway, it's really fun, but please vote because that is ultimately, I think, what's driving it, and we need a lot of votes. So You can share the county's post maybe if you've got a good social media following and get the word out. So thanks.
Perfect. And then lastly, thank you to Treasurer Martin for being in attendance, Assessor Jones, and I do appreciate he was here, not called on, but Mr. John Sutherland with PJ Hare for attending tonight if there was questions about some of the projects they have. So I know time away from family, so appreciate PJ on what they're doing. So with that, meeting adjourned.